Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today I want to share some things from my Sephora loves list with you. The Sephora holiday sale event is kicking off. Actually today, the day this video is posted, is the first day for shopping for the VIB Rouge members. I just thought it would be fun to share some of the things from my loves list, and there are a lot of competing products. So for example, there are 2 different hair oils that I'm interested in. There are different cheek palettes that I'm interested in, and I don't necessarily need 2 hair oils. You know what I mean? So I would love to show you some of the things that I have my eye on and maybe get your opinion, whether it's things that you've tried and you can give your advice, or if it's just something that you really want to see me do a video with, or you want to see Instagram swatches or something like that. I really just want to hear your input. I'll also share a couple of my personal recommendations. Every time I do VIB sale recommendations, I end up including a lot of the same things, which I think is a good thing because these are the products that are really standing the test of time. They're being repurchased. They have a lot of longevity in my personal collection. So let's hop over to the Sephora site and take a look at my loves list. The first thing I want to do is go over the holiday savings event dates for you. So starting today, when this video is posted, October 28th, is when the Rouge members can shop the sale and they get 20% off. VIB can shop starting November 1st and they get 15% off. And then on the 3rd, all the insiders get 10% off, and you don't need to do anything other than sign up to be an insider. Don't forget to use code SAVINGS at checkout to get your little savings, your little discount. And the sale ends for everybody on November 7th. Here is my loves list. I have a lot of stuff on here, and I have a lot of fancy stuff, a lot of bougie stuff on here. I tend to save up these more expensive purchases for the sales because I am a VIB Rouge member, so I can get 20% off, and 20% is a good chunk when we're talking about some of these more expensive products. But I definitely am not gonna buy all of these. Obviously, that would be insane. 2 of the items on my loves list are currently out of stock, so that does help narrow it down just a little bit, but there's still a lot here, and there are a lot of, like I said, sort of competing products where I definitely don't need both. So we're going to go through all of those sets or multiples together. For example, the skincare sets here, it's between these 2 different hydrating skincare sets. I love Laneige, and it seems like they have rebranded their water bank line. I'm definitely interested in trying that out. I have tried quite a bit of Laneige skincare, and it stays on my repurchase list. So I'm definitely drawn to this. However, the Honey Haven set from Pharmacy is also, I have tried the Honey Hydrating Mask, and that's what got me interested in the Pharmacy Honey line as a whole. So both of these have products that I've tried and some new products, new to me products. So I'm very torn on these. I definitely don't need 2 new hydrating skincare sets. Let me know if you've tried any of these, what you think. Do you think that this Pharmacy set could possibly be worth $60 for just these 3 little products? Maybe, maybe not. I'm very torn between these 2. Let's talk about hair care now. I have these 4 hair care products on my list, and 2 of them are hair oils. The 2 in the middle, the Way and Virtue products, are both hair oils. I have tried samples and enjoyed both of them. And I've also used Olaplex before, so I'm very interested in this hair repair set. I've used number 3 for a really long time, so I'm interested in adding the Olaplex number 8 to my routine. And I'm also only doing my natural curl now, so this Curlsmith Weightless Air Dry Cream really has caught my eye. I do need some sort of product that's not going to weigh me down, but is going to help kind of tame my curls as I air dry them. If you have tried any of these, please, I am begging you, especially if you know about hair, please, please tell me what to buy. I am so lost. One thing I am not lost on is blush. There is so much blush on my loves list right now. It's like half my list, so that's normal. Anyway, this Dior little blush compact has been so hyped up. People have been talking about it. It was super hyped up. It was sold out for a million billion years. Every time I would go look at it, it was sold out. Well, it's available now. And there are two colors. There's a pink and there's this coral. I feel like I would like the coral better. The Gucci blushes are newer. They have also received quite a bit of hype. Part of the appeal, I think, in general, is the packaging, this really cute little stars compact. But a lot of people have been loving this as well. The sale is the time when I am going to buy a $40 or $50 blush. That's just not something that I'm necessarily going to spring for otherwise, but when I can get 20% off one of these, that's the time when I'm going to treat myself a little bit. I definitely don't need both. Before you answer, take into consideration that I have these 3 cheek palettes also on my loves list. The first one is a Pat McGrath palette. This is a newer one. Really, really have enjoyed the Pat McGrath cheek products in general. The center one here is one of the special edition Hourglass palettes. Now, previously, their unlocked palettes have always been on the top of my wish list, and I'm happy to see that they've done a wider variety of color options this year. They have been criticized a lot for not offering many color options, so it's good to see that they've done that. $85 feels a little bit steep, especially when you see it side by side with this super cute NARS palette that's, I shouldn't say only, but compared to the Hourglass one, only $60. And NARS products are always extremely high performing for me, particularly their lip and cheek products are always on the top of my list. Again, with the stars here, just like the little Gucci compact had the stars. I am a sucker for a celestial theme, and just sitting here talking about this, I feel like I'm pretty much convinced on the NARS palette. I don't know. What do you think? What do you want to see? Only 2 eyeshadow palettes on my list this year, which is insane because I definitely think of myself as an eyeshadow palette girl, and I just have these 2 mini palettes on my list this year. Not gonna lie to you, I may end up with both of these. They're very different color stories. They're from very different brands. The $29 one is a little Too Faced holiday palette, and then this cool green khaki palette is from Dior. I don't necessarily think there's too much overlap here, and I think that I would enjoy both of these. I think that I could make some great videos with both of these. This video is quickly becoming a Amanda convinces herself to buy everything on her loves list video, and this is dangerous territory, so let's move on from eyeshadow palettes. I'm just gonna sneak this in here because I didn't make a slide for it. It's the only foundation, concealer, anything face-based type of product that's on my list, and I'm definitely going to get it. It's been out of stock in my shade for ages and ages, but this is the Haus Labs foundation that everybody's been talking about. Everybody has been hyping this up. I really want to try it. I have not fallen in love with a foundation pretty much at all this year, so this is my chance, and I'm definitely going to get this one. These are the last few things on my loves list. Now, in all honesty, I've had these 2 fragrances sitting on my list for a while. I don't necessarily feel compelled to buy either one of them because I have really been hooked on my little travel size replica Jazz Club fragrance, and I asked my husband for a full-size Jazz Club for Christmas, so I have a feeling that's probably something that will be under the Christmas tree for me, and I don't necessarily need to add more fragrances to my collection, but I did want to get your opinion if you have tried either one of these, what you think about them, because I added them to my list ages ago and I probably did so after smelling them in store, but I don't remember. I do like really spicy, more musky, more vanilla than floral type of scents. And I would love to hear your input if you have any opinions on either one of these fragrances, Skylar Fall Cashmere or Dolce & Gabbana The Only One. And I only have 2 lip colors on my list as well. They're both more of like a lip balm type of product. Those are just really what I am drawn towards, what I know I can invest in because I absolutely will use up. So I don't feel any pang of regret spending $30 on a fancy bougie lip balm because I know I'm going to get every single penny's worth out of it because I will use it, throw it in my bag, wear it for videos, wear it in real life, and it will get used up. There's never a bad time for a fancy, amazing bougie lip balm, in my opinion, but the sale's as good a time as any. Now that you've seen the things I'm debating purchasing during this little VIB sale, I want to give you just a handful of recommendations of my absolute favorite things, a couple of my long-loved products, and a couple of my recent favorites that I just really highly recommend. Here are all of my recommendations all in one place if you want to pause and take a screenshot. I'm also going to list them in the description box for you as well, but I thought it would be the quickest and prevent me from rambling the most if I did them all on one slide here. First thing that I am going to pick up and that I am going to recommend is this big sheet mask set. Now, I will probably grab out 1 or 2 of these for myself, but I like to get these and use them as stocking stuffers. And also, I host the holidays a lot, so I'll put a few of these in my guest bathroom for my guests to enjoy, and I will have fun doing a little sheet mask and drinking wine with my sisters or my mom and my grandma. So I also like to have a couple of sheet masks on hand for when I travel. So these are just really useful, these big sheet mask sets for supplementing gifts, stocking stuffers, traveling, hosting, all the things. It's just a really good investment for me. Now, speaking of investments, I do have some fragrance on my list. I may not necessarily purchase one. However, I did want to recommend 2 of my absolute favorite fragrances. YSL's Black Opium has been a favorite for years and years and years. And then Replica Jazz Club, which I just spoke about earlier, is a brand new favorite that I'm absolutely hooked on. Highly recommend both of these scents. They are absolute smash hit favorites for me. Fragrance is really expensive, so if you can get a little discount during the holiday sale, I think it's the perfect time. And also, if you're going to be gifting, this makes a really, really nice, luxurious, special gift for somebody. I want to recommend a few Melt Cosmetics products. I feel like they are kind of underrated or a little bit overlooked when it comes to videos like this. I think brands like Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona and Rare Beauty, which are all great brands. They make amazing products. No hate towards them at all. They're great recommendations, but I feel like they always get the spotlight, and Melt Cosmetics makes some of my personal favorite products, things that I continually reach for even after years and years, like the Melt Rust palette or the blush lights are just absolute staples for me. And now the Gemini and Gemini 2 palettes are really starting to reach that status for me as well. So I just wanted to throw a little mention in towards these products that I think are a little bit underrated, but incredibly well loved and well used in my personal collection. Now, typically this is the point in the video where I would recommend the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. Alas, that palette is no longer available at Sephora. I sincerely hope that you took me up on my recommendation all the many millions of times I talked about and raved about how much I loved that palette, because it's amazing and I want the best for you. But I will say my next recommendation would be this Rose Quartz palette. I think it is so wearable, so pretty, great textures, great duochromes. I've really, really loved and enjoyed it, and I think that it would be a great addition to anyone's collection who's interested in these mauve-y, pinky, purpley, neutral color stories. So really a big fan of that one. I do have video reviews for a lot of these things, just FYI. And the typical suspects for lip products, the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm. I think I've recommended it in every single Sephora sale recommendations video for all of eternity, and I probably always will. It's just a no-lose product for me. I also want to mention the Huda Power Bullet Matte Lipstick and the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigments. Just depending on what type of lip product you prefer, whether that's a bullet lipstick or a liquid lipstick, these are, again, long-time favorites, long loved in my collection, and things that I continue to recommend because after many, many years of using these lipsticks, they've stayed at the top of my personal list. So I feel very comfortable recommending them to just about anybody. I hope that this short little list was in some way useful. I didn't want to get into specifics for things like foundation or skincare that are going to be more dependent on your skin type and your personal style. I wanted to give a little bit more of a broad overview, or more of a there's something here for everybody type of recommendations list. And these truly are my favorites, things that I definitely stand by, things that I have used, loved, and repurchased. If you want more in-depth recommendations, I've made a few videos over the years, and a lot of those products are probably still available, so I will link those in the description box for you if you're looking for even more reasons to blame me for your Sephora shopping. I can take it. I am happy to be your scapegoat. I hope you found this little Sephora video to be fun or helpful or entertaining. I would love to hear your thoughts on the things on my loves list. I would love to hear your recommendations. If there's anything that I haven't mentioned in this video that you think is an absolute must-have, definitely leave it in the comments. I always love to hear what you think. I often take your recommendations and you rarely steer me wrong, so I really appreciate that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I don't know. How pretty is this green, grungy green eyeshadow? I really like it. This is the Blend Bunny All Done Up palette. I filmed this look, so I will have it later if you're into it. And if you're not, then it's not in this video, so yay for that, for you. That was weird. Okay, sorry. I hope that you found this little Sephora share some of the things. I got some fun holiday stuff planned. I have some fun video collabs planned with some of my favorite creators. Some are people that I know, you know, and I will hopefully be introducing you to some new faces too, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm gonna do some cool giveaways, so I'm excited about that. It's gonna be a good holiday season. Even if that just means escaping the familial chaos and hanging out on YouTube together. I'm okay with that too. Okay, anyway, talking to myself. I mean, I guess that's always what I'm doing. I just pretend like you're there, but really when I'm filming this, you're not there. You're not here yet. You'll be here later. Much later. But it makes me feel less weird if I imagine that you can hear me right now. Ooh, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go film one more video. I'm trying to do a little bit of extra content because I'm just feeling inspired. So I hope you're enjoying it. And I have lots of other cool stuff that I want to make for you. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. You're a gem. That's what you are. You're just a sparkly, shiny, magical little gem. Maybe you're still rough, and that's fine too. You know what? Have you seen my crystal collection? I appreciate that. Okay, so thanks for hanging out. I love your face. Bye.